Hi, welcome back to Everyday Behavior with Dr. Marianne. This is the sixth and the last video in our series this month. And during this video, we're talking about additional state resources or federal resources that may provide some additional further assistance to children who don't have those basic needs met or need additional home-based resources. So when you're looking at additional resources, you want to look at your state Department of Human Services page. This resource is for Oklahoma in particular, but if you go to the Oklahoma Department of Human Services, you can find additional family-centered resources under their voluntary resources from DHS. And so those family-centered resources are things like CHUBS, which is an additional resource for families who have a child welfare referral. You may also have them call your state resource number. In Oklahoma, that state resource number is 211. You may also have them look into resources for domestic violence in your area to provide additional help and safety for individuals who are victims of domestic violence. In Oklahoma, we have the Victims of Crime Act, and so you can find additional resources on that, again, at your Oklahoma DHS website, but they provide additional scholarships and support for individuals who are victims of crime. You may also look at local homeless alliances to provide additional resources for those who don't have adequate shelter. Most of your statewide resources are going to have, whether that's your Department of Human Resources or other local agencies, additional resources that are available. And so how can you use a resource flyer or resources like this to very casually or neutrally provide access to these for parents who may be ashamed to ask for these things or may not be ready in the moment to hear certain things? And so how can you create or give them a flyer? And if you're interested in the state of Oklahoma, you can look at our Facebook page for a flyer that I created for some additional resources in the state of Oklahoma. But how can you provide those resources in a non-confrontational way? One thing to think about, though, is that if the individual doesn't have adequate resources, they probably or possibly don't have internet to access those resources. So in addition to providing them with the flyer, you may also neutrally provide them a way to look at those resources on a computer that has internet access at the school, or you may also provide them resources in the local area such as the library or other places that may also have free internet access and computers where they can access those resources. Sometimes you may contact the local agency and ask them for brochures for these resources, so that in addition to providing an overarching resource flyer, you can also provide brochures relative or relevant, to the specific needs of that particular individual. So I encourage you to look at those resources, whether that's through your Department of Human Services or other local agencies and organizations. Your community mental health centers often also have additional resources. Your homeless alliances, your state resource number is a great resource number to call and just ask them what resources they may refer to. And then you can link into those or contact them for additional brochures or information on how to get parents to their website or to their office. So I encourage you to have a broad resource flyer, because that allows you to recommend resources without saying do this, which makes you possibly liable for covering those resources. And also, in addition to providing those resources, providing access to the internet if they don't have access, so that they can do further information gaining or provide them the phone number to those resources directly. I hope you've gained some additional ideas from this video. I encourage you to look on our Facebook page for additional resources by following us or liking us on Everyday Behavior at Dr. Marianne. I also encourage you to subscribe below by clicking the red subscribe button, so that you receive additional notifications or pop-ups that tell you when we have new videos released. Thank you and have a wonderful day.